Hi, everybody. This is Lance,
I'm Lance.
and myself, Sharissa.
So we know we got to get the story out to explain why we invited you to a wedding that is now not happening. Of course, COVID is why it's not happening, but it's an amazing, what I call an ultimate God story of what has taken place over the past, I don't know, like 2 or
Couple
so
weeks.
Yeah. So in March, probably early mid-March, we decided we were getting married in April. Crafted a little invite, right? It was gonna be quick, so it wasn't a big thing, but remade a invite that some of you got, some of you didn't, because it happened so quick. And almost immediately after sending to a couple people and letting a couple people know that this is what we were going to be doing, I started having some inkling of, I don't know if we're going to make it to April. I think we should change some things up. We should just do this right now amongst us. And Reese said, nope, I don't want to do that. It's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. First of all, the date would have been April 25th, and she had determined that date of 2/5 biblically means grace upon grace, so it became important to us. But also, it was really just the fact that you guys were excited for us. And she said, people don't really get excited for second marriages, and people are excited for us. They are like, I want to be there. I've already booked a flight. We got to do this. Cool, let's do it. A little bit of time went on. The world actually started to change, and schools here in Michigan got shut down. So it was like, oh, maybe I had the inkling for a reason. I went back and said, I think we should. She said, nope, we not. Okay, keep going. A week or so later, right, it was something really, really in my spirit that said, we're not going to have the ability in April. And I went and told her that, hey, listen, I don't think April is going to be what we think. And so outside of a wedding, I'm feeling like we need to move, you guys, you and the girls, and we need to bring our families together now. And so she said, well, why do you feel like that? I said, I have no idea, but what I'm thinking is things are going to tighten, worsen, and come April, we're going to be sitting in two separate places. She said, let me think about it. She came back the next day and said, you know what, if that's what you feel, let's do what we need to do. And so we, at that point, began, it was a Sunday. We started moving stuff, boxing stuff, packing stuff, and we had no reason. I'm looking at the calendar saying, let's plan for Tuesday or Friday based on the weather. Sunday overnight, I went to where we are, Oakland County. I went to Oakland County and applied for a marriage license online. Turn Monday, well, things actually happened. And Monday, our governor announced a more tightened shelter-in-place order where everything that's not deemed an essential service was closed. And so that kind of was like, oh, how we gonna move? We can't get a truck. There's a lot of stuff we can't do. But even more than that, I'm like, I gotta get this marriage license. So I call Oakland County. I say, hey, I did this online overnight Sunday. It had just flipped to Monday, so it's telling me I can't come in and get the license until Thursday. Is there a way I can get it Wednesday? So Wednesday's the 25th. I hadn't even said to her, but I'm thinking we still get our 25th. We still get our 25th. And the lady told me, no, there's no Wednesday or Thursday. I'm like, well, no. I did the application online. So I understand, I see I can make an appointment. They have been operating by appointment because of, the loose, I guess, restrictions. So I said, I know I can come Thursday. It's telling me to set my appointment for Thursday, but I'm asking, can it be early because the 25th is important. She said, no, I'm sorry, I didn't explain that very well. She goes into a story and tells me, I don't know if you know, new executive order from the governor. Things were shut down. Now more things are shut down. We were just notified we are not an essential service. You have to be an essential service to be open. So county is closed. When we leave here today, Monday, we aren't coming back indefinitely. What? I'm like, well, what do I do? Do I call in a few days? She clarified. There's no call in, sir. You don't understand. Nobody's gonna be here to answer the phones. We have some go back and forth, right? And she's like, so are you saying you have a date? I got a date, I'm ready. So you're saying you have a person that's gonna officiate amongst COVID and everything's going on. I said, yep, absolutely. Daughter of the pastor. So we can make that happen whenever. So she ends up saying, you know what? Hold on for me. She goes, she checks, she comes back. She offers me, it's about 1:45, by the way. She offers me to come in. We're going to make an exemption. We have one appointment slot for you, 2:30. Get here by 2:30 today and you're getting married. I told her, I really appreciate what you did, but I can't make it by 2:30. Like, I legit can't make it, right? So I'm in one city, Reed's in another city, county service in another city. Drive time alone, we talking about an hour, let alone, like, I got to call her, tell her to get her paperwork together. And so she wasn't actually even at home. She was out working, just for the record. Anyway, I had a lot more back and forth. I ended up asking her, can I get any other appointment? Like, when I come right before closing, anything that we could do. And she said she didn't have the authority. I asked, can you ask? Whoever you already want to ask, please. Like, anything you could do to help us. And so she did. Supervisor picked up. Supervisor recapped and ended up saying, I don't know who you are, but I'm just feeling like you must be special. And this date must be special because you're not backing off of it at all. I've never seen anything like this happen, but I tell you what, when can you get here? I said, excuse me? She says, you said that you cannot make it at 2:30. When can you make it? I told her, I can be there, I think, safely. You close at 4, right? She said yes. I said, I think I can safely be there at 3:30. Is that okay? She told me yes. I got off the phone. I'm excited. It's only me. I ain't got to know the rest of the plan together. But I'm like, it's happening. I began sending a series of texts. I need you to call me. I need you to call me as soon as possible. It's important. Like, whatever. I call your parents because I need to get the pastor looped in that we got to make something happen right quick. And essentially, I start operating as if it's going to happen. Like, I'm moving toward that way. So she calls back at a point. We talk through about 2:15. Yep, this is going to happen. I'm headed towards your way. Had some complications on my end, so I was delayed. End up not getting to her until close to 3. And now it's tight because from her back to the county, it's going to be like 3:29. But when I got to her, I didn't know what was going on in her world. So
okay. So my part of the story, when I was leaving my appointment, of course, I gave Lance a call and I realized everything that was happening. At first I was a little surprised because I'm like, all I knew is that we applied for a license, or rather he applied for a license, and that's all I knew. Other than that, I was working. So when I got done with the client, he was telling me, okay, well, go ahead and get home, get your information because, we'll be on the way. And I'm like, all right, fine, cool, no problem, because of course I know where my stuff is, or at least I thought I knew where my stuff was. So on the way home, I end up talking to my parents. My parents all excited. Everybody's fired up. And I'm like, okay, this is really happening. I guess we're about to get married. I end up getting home, going to get my information, and the only information that I had was both my daughter's birth certificate. Mine was completely missing. For whatever reason, it made no sense. So in this process, I am searching my room, pulling out stuff from my dressers. Like, I'm looking any and everywhere that I possibly can because I know that Lance and Logan is on the way, and I know that I need to have my information available because we were on a time crunch. But anywho, I end up continue looking. As I'm looking, the doorbell ring. My daughter let Lance in. He's running in. Telling my daughter, hey, tell your mom to put her information in this envelope.
I had to go to the bathroom, right? I'm gonna be in the car for an hour.
Yes. So he had to go to the bathroom. When he came out, he's looking like, all right, come on, give me your information so I can go. At this point, I got to tell him, like, I don't have it. It's not that I don't have it, I just really don't even know where it is either. Like, I'm totally at a loss at this point. So I'm continue searching, tearing up the entire room, looking in my dressers, my closets, looking everywhere I possibly can, places that don't even make any sense. So at this point, he told me to sit down and breathe. Where do you think you would have taken it out? Would have been a reason that you would have taken it out? Of course, I don't know, because you can't really think that quickly,
Pressure.
know? Right, of course, when somebody asks you that, you have no idea. So as it continues, I'm like, all right, let me get up, let me continue to look. As I continue to look, of course, time is ticking. So at this point, he graciously get up, and in my mind, it looked like he gave up.
I was very calm for a long time. As she said, I kept saying, just slow down, think about it. When I gave up, what happened is I had been remapping, and it went from I was going to be there 329 to 331 to 335 to 341. That's when I gave up because I'm thinking I'm supposed to be there at 330, and I decided if it gets to be in there at 345, we're not going to make it. I'm going to have to call them and tell them something. And so I said, I'm just going to go sit down. No worries, not a big deal. And I'm just thinking maybe it's not going to happen this way.
Yeah, so I'm feeling really bad because now that he's left the room, of course I feel like the pressure is a little off because he's not in my presence, but it's even worse because I feel like he done everything that he can do on his end, and now I'm messing it up. So at this moment, I end up going over to like a little corner in next to my dresser, and I end up saying a simple prayer. And so at this moment, I really consulted God, and I asked God, because my whole thing is everything happens for a reason. And so I already knew we had an original date, and I didn't know, maybe we was just rushing things right about now. Maybe we needed to wait to April 25th. Maybe, I don't know, everything happens for a reason. And I feel like the reason that my birth certificate wasn't present is because maybe we needed to pump the brakes. So I asked God, I said, God, if you want us to get married, I need you to produce this birth certificate. So immediately following, I had an unction of the Holy Spirit to just go over to my nightstand. Now, of course, like I said, everything was empty. I went over to a completely empty drawer. I've been down to my bottom drawer, and my drawers don't come out all the way, so I had to reach behind my drawer. In the process of me reaching, I end up coming across a piece of paper. And so, of course, I can't see anything. I'm reaching blindly. And when I pulled the paper out, it was an envelope with my birth certificate inside. And so I was like, oh my God. So I end up like waving it in the air. I'm yelling like I found it. Lance come running in. He takes my information and
I don't know none of that. All right, you found it, I'm gone. Because I done updated it, and it says now I'm going to be there at 3:45. Like this was the time when I would have been calling. Between getting in the car, getting rolling, I update, I'm going to be there at 3:47. So I call Ree, and I'm thinking I got to let her down gently. I call her, and I'm explaining, hey, listen, we are late. I was supposed to be there at 3:30. These people, they close at 4. It says I'm going to be there at 3:47, so I don't know if this is going to happen, but I just want you to be prepared. I'm going anyway. She then gives me the story that she just gave you, and she explains to me, man, listen, I'm not worried about nothing. I said this prayer, like it really comforted me. This is what she's telling me. It gave me just confirmation that we're doing what it's supposed to be, and this is bigger than us. It's clear that there's God. God is orchestrating these things, so don't even worry. Okay. I say, wow, I can understand that. I love it. Then we gonna be good. I'm still gonna get off the phone with you and call because I still need to just be courteous and let them know that I'm running behind. I called the county, and on pickup, I asked for the supervisor. She's excited. I said, hey, this is Lance. We talked about an hour and a half ago. You gave me this special appointment time. She said, oh, hey, Lance, you'll be here any minute because it's literally like 3:24. She's probably thinking I'm looking for what door or what parking space. I said, hey, we had a little delay finding a birth certificate, so I'm actually not going to be there any minute. That's why I'm calling. She gasped. I mean, she literally went, oh, and it was silence. I said, well, so that's why I'm calling, is to notify you, and I want to be respectful. And so I want to know, is it okay if I get there at 3:47? She told me, honestly, I don't know. At this point, I have to ask my supervisor. And so she put me on hold. She came back. She said, Lance, I told you earlier, I don't know who you are, but I think you must be special. I think this day must be special. She says, and now I think that this lady must be special because I've just never seen anything close to this. She says, outside of COVID and what's going on in our world, it's clear that there's some other things being worked for you. And so you said you could be here at what time? I said 3:47. She says, if you're here by 4 o'clock, you're still getting married. I said, for real? She said, Lance, you can't be late. There's no more calling back. We're going to be closed. Be here by 4. I said, I really appreciate it. She said, like I said, there's something special here. And I'm just, it's exciting to see. And so, drive safe. See you in a bit. I get there. I had some little hiccups, wasn't big ones, but little ones, right? Just because of the way it operates. The sheriff stopped me as soon as I got one foot in the door. What are you doing? Or something like that. And I tell him, hey, no, I have an appointment. They gave me a PIN number to give you, right? After he slows me up, he then lets me go fast. I get to the counter, and this was really like what? When I get to the counter, I explain to the lady at the counter, this is what's going on. This is who I talk to, yada, yada, yada. She says, okay, no problem, I can help you with that. So you should have a confirmation number. You got a confirmation number online? So, oh yeah, I definitely did. I'm looking through my papers. I got the pen for the sheriff. I got the supervisor's name. I had this, and that. I don't have a confirmation. And when I tell you I freaked out, I mean, if it was like everything in my brain just went out. I'm like, oh no, I mean, I got the confirmation, but I don't have the confirmation. I don't have it right now. I don't know where it is. I mean, I do know. It's outside. It's in the car. It's not on my paper. I have it, but it's on my phone. You know, you can't bring phones in the building. The phone is outside. I literally was talking. I don't even know what I was saying. And I look at the clock. It's 3:54. I say, you know what? I can run. I run real fast. I'm gonna run out. I'll make it back in. Just wait. Please wait for me. And that lady, I don't know what she was thinking or if she's laughed at me since. But she literally yelled, stop, and breathe. And she said, it's okay, man. I can do this without it. It just would have made things simpler, but I can do it. So she got the typing. She got me going. The supervisor came over at some point, introduced herself. Hey, are you Lance? Yeah, I'm Lance. She said, man, I'm really happy to see you. I'm so glad that you made it. And she just reiterated that I've never seen anything like this in all my years here. Outside of saying I've never seen the times that we're in, just your situation and your fortitude and the fact that it came through so many layers and we were able to approve and get you going today. So I know that something great is coming from this union. Many well wishes, blessings to you guys, and so 40 minutes later, I walked out of that place at 4:30 or 4:40 or something, and I sat in my car and I called 3. I don't even think I called you first. At some point.
You did not.
I did not.
No, you did not.
I mean, because I was like overcome with emotion on some real stuff. Like it was very clear to me, as we said in the beginning, it's the ultimate God story that this was God. I mean, this was grace. This is the 25th. It's grace upon grace. So, like, I sat there and I prayed and I thanked God and I really welled up. Like, I was really like, wow, this is a thing. So we are going to zoom into the rest of what happened. After we had a marriage license, now we have the paperwork. Monday at 4:45, but we had a whole lot of life left to make happen.
All right. I guess to sum it all up, to wrap up the story. Yeah. So later on that day, we stayed up all night till like 3:30 in the morning packing. We was packing up any and everything we possibly could. Tuesday we moved.
Because we repeat, it's stuff closed now.
Yeah, stuff is closed. Yep. We moved. Of course, we can't get no U-Haul, so we had help from a trusted friend who had a truck who did not get out the truck. Right, a truck and a trailer who did not get out of the truck. But it's understandable, and we really do appreciate it. And Lance and I moved everything out of my apartment together. Like, I had strength I never knew that I had. But however, we did it, and what they say is relationship building.
Right at the beginning.
Exactly.
Hey.
So yeah, we got war rooms and bruises and all that great stuff. But however, that was Tuesday, long day on Tuesday, and on top of the fact we have 3 kids now, so we had to go pick up the kids, get them dinner. Life was good. So other than that, Wednesday come along, the very next day, my father comes over, and Lance mentioned already, my father is the pastor, and he officiated our ceremony. And
which is why we're here.
This is why we're here.
We're going to show you how we got married.